Is happening, guys? It is DanielLads1989. Welcome back to the Hereford United career. This is episode 87. Now, we kick off in today's episode with transfer deadline day. Now, I asked in the last episode if you guys wanted me to bring anybody in, if you wanted me to strengthen the squad a little bit, give me your opinion, and the only one really was just want to say strengthen the B team, so kind of the team that we swap round in cup games and stuff like that. And looking on the bench, we have a fairly solid bench. The only real place that we could strengthen really is we could replace Roberts and Hernandez for two better wingers, but for that kind of quality you are looking a bit of money. The only thing I am thinking is Amadou is 33 years old, so let's just say this season doesn't continue the way it has, we drop off, we don't win the Premier League and we have to do another season to go and win it. I'm thinking just to replace Amadou, as he is 33 years old. So even though Amadou is solid as a rock, every time we played him he's in the right place at the right time, I'm thinking more for next season. Now, we had two players on our transfer list, which I told you in the last episode. We had Taylor from Ajax, but he's a little bit expensive. He's going to cost us around 30 to 40 million. Now, we don't quite have that in the bank. We've just got over 22. So what I'm thinking is to bring in Matazo, I think I'm saying that right, Elliot Matazo, and replace him with Amadou next season. So I'm going to go ahead and make this transfer happen, guys. I'm going to try and bring Matazo in for as cheap as possible, and he will be Amadou's replacement for next season. And this deal couldn't have gone any better if I tried, guys. £16 million. 16 million. I paid under value for him. Look at value on the screen. 18.5 million. When I went in for him, it was 17.5. He's gone up £1 million since buying him, and we only paid 16 million for him. He was on 60 grand at Tottenham. We offered him 50 and he took it. He also wanted rotation, and I offered him a 4-year deal and he just accepted. He definitely wanted out of Tottenham. Not sure why, but he wanted out of there. So Elliot Matazo, welcome to Hereford United. Simulating forward then, guys, and Everton have come in with a £46 million offer for Conor Gallagher. As we said, they're not going to offer the kind of money that we want for Conor Gallagher, especially halfway through the season. So I'm just going to go ahead and reject that. And as you can see, we are in... When I get rid of that, we are in the last 3 hours of transfer deadline day. This is how far I've skipped forward before I even got that offer. So not much going through really on transfer deadline day. So I will have a look at where other people have spent. As you can see where it says total spent today, over £1 billion. So there must have been some big transfers, but none of them have come our way, as you can see. So transfer deadline day has come to a close, and I will go through obviously all the players and who's transferred who and see if we can get any more strange signings that we've had in the past. So I will deal with the youth academy players later. Let's have a look and see where that money has been spent. So the biggest signing of the transfer deadline day has been Jude Bellingham has gone back. He was at Atletico Madrid before, and then Crystal Palace bought him, but Atletico have bought him back for £113 million. Jude Bellingham going back to Atletico Madrid. I think we saw the Silva one at the start of the season. Bernardo Silva going to Real Madrid. There's one here, must be a youth academy player there, going to Inter for £81 million. Another big move there, £81 million. Arsenal obviously buying the man who scored against us for Arsenal. And let's have a look if there's any other ones. Van der Beek going to Juventus for £77.4 million. Did that happen at the start of the season? I can't remember. You guys will have to jog my memory. Let's have a look. Rodri moving away from City for £75 million there, guys. Even at 30 years old, £75 million. A lot of money for a 30-year-old, but that move has gone ahead. Let's have a look if I can see any others that stick out. Another youth academy player here from Fulham going to Barcelona, £64 million there. Let's see if there's any others that we noticed. Dybala moved away, obviously went to Barcelona. I think that happened at the start of the season, if I remember rightly. Let's have a look. Another youth academy player there moving out of Inter to Real Sociedad there, £59 million. Let's have a look if we see any other ones that really stick out. Lucas Hernandez moving away from Chelsea to Real Madrid at 30 years old, £56 million there. Arthur moving away from Arsenal, going to PSG, £55 million. A lot of 30-year-olds getting bought here for quite some high money there. Reguilon moving away from Tottenham and going to Valencia, 55 million. That's two players that Tottenham have lost, one towards us and one towards Valencia as well. Luke Shaw going from Napoli, which you guys saw, I think it was about a season or two ago. He went from Manchester United to Napoli. He's now gone to Seville for £54 million. Frank there from Chelsea, I think, who played against us last time we played Chelsea, £54 million, him moving out. Billy Gilmore moving from Fiorentina to Leipzig, £54 million. And let's just see if there's any others. Mendy moving away from Real Madrid, going to Juventus there, £52 million. A lot of 30-year-olds or 31-year-olds moving around, people buying the older experienced players for backup in their team, I would imagine. And Devon Wrench there moving to Borussia Dortmund. I think that happened at the start of the season as well. So some big transfers going through, all that top of the list, 50 million and above. But Jude Bellingham takes the limelight at the top of transfer deadline day, £113 million to Atletico Madrid. So that's your roundup of who's gone where and who's done what, guys. We will move on to the first played game of the episode now. And the first played game of the episode is at the Edgar Street Stadium against Leeds. First played game of the episode then, guys. We are at home. We're at the Edgar Street Stadium. We have Leeds today. We are top of the table. We have got a tiny bit of a gap at the top. We need to keep performing just how we did in the last episode. 3 out of 3 in the last episode. I would love to repeat that in today's episode, but we've got to start with this first game against Leeds. Every time we've played them, we have got the better of them. If you guys remember rightly, they got relegated in, I think it was either Season 1 or Season 2, and we were coming up in, obviously, League 1, League 2, and they didn't get back up until very recently. So I would like to re-welcome them to the Premier League and give them a good fair old beating. So I've changed the lineup slightly today, but only slightly. So Josh Griffiths in goal, Lamptey, David Carmore. I've got Matazo and Malang Sarr with Tommy Doyle in defence, Conor Gallagher, Dominguez in midfield, Harry Wilson, Toure and Dembele. So only 2 changes today, Malang Sarr for Tyrone Mings, and I've got Matazo instead of Maitland-Niles. So only the 2 changes in today's lineup, but I want to get a good look at Matazo to see if he's got what it takes to replace Amadou next season. But here's the Leeds lineup. Let's have a look and see if they've got any of the originals. They've got Eric Bailly there in defence. Let's have a look and see if they've got any of the originals. I don't think they've got any of the originals in their team, not too sure, but they've got Shackleton in midfield there. I didn't spot him. They've got Shackleton in midfield, but we've definitely got the stronger side. So we've got to show it on the pitch. We need another good performance, and we need another win at home here. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get straight into the football. Free kick for offside here, guys, against Leeds. It's been a little bit of a possession-based first 15 minutes or so, and no real chances created just yet, but here's Dominguez trying to cut through the middle. David Carmore's come forward as well here. We'll try and find Toure's feet, use Dominguez again, try and get it round the corner, but Leeds standing strong defensively early in this game. Malang Sarr should be able to win that, and the Leeds man did get a good deflection, and Matazo trying to get a tackle in. And there's Tommy Doyle to pick up the ball. Matazo does get it back towards Doyle, and Doyle's coming forward here. If I can find Toure, this could be the first chance of the game if I can get it across to Harry Wilson. It's a good block. It did fall to Toure, who hit it, and nothing came about it. Josh Griffiths with a big goal kick forward here, looking for Toure. Leeds man will win it in midfield, and they will come forward here. Very good tackle by Elliot Matazo, the new signing there, who's had a very good start to this game, and Conor Gallagher could be coming forward here for a potential chance on goal, and Toure is there, and there is the first goal of the game. It just had to be him, didn't it? Toure, who's been in excellent form recently, and Conor Gallagher sending the ball across, and Toure makes no mistake. But we have to say, Matazo started the attack there. He's had a very good start to this game, to be honest, and he has impressed me early, obviously early in this game, signing him. We'll see what happens from here, but we do take the lead 1-0. Good turn by David Carmore not to lose possession, same as Malang Sarr. 2 minutes added on here, and Leeds are trying the press to see if they can get the ball back and get possession here, but it's only left gaps at the back, as you can see here. Toure out wide, and he's got a lot of players in the box here. I'm just going to use Tommy Doyle there, who's come to support, try and get the ball in. It's come off a deflection. Tommy Doyle trying to win the ball, but there goes half time. We will go into half time with a 1-0 lead. Into the second half we go then, guys, and a decent start by us, and we do get in front after about the 32nd, 35th minute or something like that, and comfortably holding on to possession. But as you can see here, I don't know whether Leeds have changed their tactic, but at the start of the game they weren't pressing, and now they seem to be pressing their front line forward against our back line here. But what it's doing is it's creating chances through the middle, and obviously for our wide positions to get in behind. But as you can see, the press is causing us a little bit of an issue at the minute. They are pressing quite a few players forward. I don't know whether it's a tactic change by the manager, but we seem to be coping okay with it for now. But they have a shot on target here and just over the top of the bar. Here's Malang Sarr looking for Dominguez. Leeds trying to continue their press, and as you can see, it is leaving gaps in behind. I'm going to wait for Dominguez again, who's completely free here, and see if I can just find somebody for a free shot here. Here's Harry Wilson. Is he onside? I'm not sure. Has the flag gone up? The flag hasn't gone up. I think it's 2-0. It is 2-0. The flag did not go up. Harry Wilson was onside on the far side there, as you can see here. We just played it over to Toure. He's completely free on that far side, Harry Wilson. A simple enough finish for him, and we are 2-0 in front. Leeds pushing forward through midfield here. Decent pass over the top, and Tommy Doyle didn't deal with it there, and Leeds might have a chance to press forward here, a chance on goal, but drops that straight into Malang Sarr. And because they've pushed players forward now, they haven't got players in defensive positions, hence all the gaps, and I just had to send the ball over the top there for Dembele, who would have been in, but it was a good tackle by the Leeds man. And they are pressing forward here with not long left to go now, as you can see, and we made a defensive error there, and David Carmore had to get back very, very quickly there to clear that away. Otherwise they'd have got straight back in it there, Leeds. They do have themselves a corner now, and a little bit of pressure on us here. We have got a 2-goal margin, but I'd like another clean sheet for Josh Griffiths' header across the goal, and it's wide of the target. Here's Tommy Doyle on the far side. Not long left here now, guys, and Tommy Doyle trying to make his way into midfield. He was looking for Matazor, but he's given the ball away. As you can see, 3 minutes added on, not long left in this game, and Leeds are trying to push everybody forward still and see if they can get back in this game. But we have been defensively good for the most part. We've been shaky at times, but David Carmore with another good tackle there, and we might be able to get in at the end of the game here for another goal. I've got Harry Wilson on the far side. I'll slip him in for another goal here, and that is a brilliant save. How about that for getting across the goal? Leeds goalkeeper scrambling across his goal. Harry Wilson with a, well, what should have been a 100% guaranteed finish there, and the goalkeeper with an outstanding save. Let's see if we can get Toure up for the header to finish it off, but the keeper catches, and it will be a 2-0 victory at home. Back at the menu then, guys, and a 2-0 victory. Yes, we definitely should have had more goals. That chance at the end there, we should have certainly finished that with Harry Wilson, but credit where credit's due to the goalkeeper to get across the goal that quickly and make the save. We had a few other chances in the game, probably should have had 4 or 5, but it's a 2-0 comfortable win. We will take it, and we need to move on to the next game. So as you can see here, guys, we have Inter Milan in the Champions League. Now, it's only the round of 16. So what I will do is I will simulate the first game, and then if we don't get a positive result, I will play the second game. If we do get a positive result, I'll sim the second game and do it that way. Just the one change to the lineup then, guys. I've took David Carmore out, who was still a little bit tired from last game, and I've put Amadou in defence next to Tyrone Mings. So a full team, and let's see how we get on against a very strong Inter side. As you can see, Richarlison in their lineup, Højbjerg in their lineup. They've got some really good, decent players. Saka in the lineup, Tomori in the lineup. They have some very, very strong players. So we'll quick simulate this. If we don't get a positive result, we'll play them in the second game. So as you saw there, 3-2 at our end. We've got to go to their end for the second game. So Amadou surprisingly scored first. Doesn't normally get on the score sheet, but he has this time. They score a quick fire in the first half, and then Dominguez gets us equal, and then they get a winner in the 75th minute. So what I will do is, based on that, in the next episode, I would presume is the next game, I will play the next game to make sure that we try and get through in the Champions League. But for now, I will see you at the Crystal Palace game. Second played game of the episode then, guys. We are away at Crystal Palace. We're at Selhurst Park, and we've got to get another 3 points here. We've been in terrific form, and we keep scoring, we keep getting clean sheets, we keep defending well. I'm hoping that we can do the same thing here, because a few more wins, we could have a big enough gap to say the chances of being caught are quite slim. But we can't start conceding, we can't start being defensively unaware. A little spell of that Leeds game where we just weren't switched on defensively, we could have conceded against better opponents. Crystal Palace, in my opinion, are a little bit better, so we just need to make sure that we're not 100% making sure, you know, we're not switched on defensively. So here is Crystal Palace's lineup. They've got Will Hughes in midfield there, as you can see, and a couple of decent players, but we've definitely got the stronger team. So talking about the team, I have completely swapped around the team today to give everybody a rest from obviously Champions League game against Inter Milan. So as you can see, David Carmo with the captain's armband today, and we have fully rotated the side. So here it is, Josh Griffiths in goal. I've gone Ethan Laird, David Carmo, Maitland-Niles, Malang Sarr and Kolasinac in defensive positions. O'Reilly in midfield with Marco Reus. I've gone Hernandez, Kirk Wilson and Eden Hazard in the attacking positions. So a changed side, but a very strong side. And we've got the old but golds in, so hopefully they'll do the job for us today. Let's get into the football. Crystal Palace moving the ball through midfield here and passing it round very well, you have to say, and they found a slide draw pass here for the wide man, and he slipped a decent ball to the edge of the box here. Like I said, we have to be defensively aware here and not give anything away too early. Good block there by Kolasinac, and we do manage to get the ball away. Here's Marco Reus in midfield trying to find Kirk Wilson, and Crystal Palace bring the ball straight back at us. They are certainly at home and they've got the home advantage. They are using it and making sure that we're in for a game today. Ball round the corner, decent effort, and Josh Griffiths had to palm it out, and he does collect, and we will receive a foul. Here's Kolasinac, decent ball into Marco Reus, going to look to send that to Hernandez. Ethan Laird in a wide position here and has a full wing to run at here. Ethan Laird, see if he can swing a decent cross into the box, looking for Marco Reus up for the header. And what did we say at the start of the game? Old but gold, 37-year-old in the save now. Marco Reus is on the score sheet straight away with a decent header inside 15 minutes. Ethan Laird given too much room on the far side, puts the ball in. Marco Reus lurking in the 6-yard box, never going to struggle to get his head up there. Keeper didn't come for it. 1-0. Crystal Palace trying to come straight back at us here, and it's a decent ball, and Josh Griffiths is one-on-one, and 19 minutes in, or just before the 20-minute mark, Crystal Palace have got one back. Looks like game on in this game here. We go forward, find a decent cross, and Marco Reus puts us 1-0 ahead literally a few minutes later. They've broken forward straight through the middle with a decent ball, you have to say, with a very simple through ball. Josh Griffiths comes out to try and make the angle smaller. He hits the top corner with a beautiful finish to make it 1-1. Here's Hernandez getting the ball, trying to get it into midfield. Matt O'Reilly in towards Marco Reus. Here is Eden Hazard, just going to drop that back towards Marco Reus again here, and we're just passing the ball through Crystal Palace's defence here, and Kolasinac on the far side, who's actually got a knock sign next to his name, but it's not stopping him getting a shot on target, and it was a very good stop by the goalkeeper there. Kolasinac almost hit the bottom corner there, but keeper trying to keep it in play here, and the ball has been cleared down the line. Ethan Laird on the header, Fernandez down towards Matt O'Reilly, and I've got a player free on the far side. It's Eden Hazard, and knock it back in towards Maitland-Niles. We're creating something here, and Kirk Wilson was fouled there, pushed to the ground, but nothing, says the referee. I thought that was a clear foul there, and nothing given by the referee, and Crystal Palace will continue play here. I genuinely thought that was a foul there on Kirk Wilson. That's a decent lofted ball, but Ethan Laird will deal with that quite simply, and here goes Matt O'Reilly through midfield. Here goes Kirk Wilson again, sprinting towards the far side. See if I can get Eden Hazard free, and that's a good tackle And now we get the free kick. Of course we do. I think that was a good tackle. And now we get a free kick. Let's send this towards the edge of the box, towards feet here, and see if we can find Maitland-Niles. Send this in towards Kolasinac around the corner. Matt O'Reilly, and here's Eden Hazard. Let's try a shot on target with him. It's blocked out, and Matt O'Reilly up for the header. Here's Hernandez with a decent effort, and it's a penalty. I didn't see it strike an arm there, but it must have done. The referees give that. The foul I thought that was a foul on Kirk Wilson wasn't a foul, and then a good tackle, which I thought was a good tackle, ended up to be a foul, and now we've got a penalty. Swings and roundabouts is football. Maitland-Niles has stepped up to take it, but I'm tempted to give it to Marco Reus, who has already scored in this game. So, being his right foot, I'm going to go bottom left here, put some power on it, and hopefully he'll tuck it away, which he does. Marco Reus makes it 2-1 just before half-time. He's had a good performance in this game so far. Marco Reus steps up for the penalty, converted it. Here's Marco Reus again here through midfield. 2 minutes added on, guys, before half-time, and that was a silly pass there from Matt O'Reilly trying to find Kolasinac. It should have been a ball to feet, and not long before half-time here, we had a little bit of a shaky start, but we find ourselves in front at half-time. Into the second half we go then, guys, and we get in front with Marco Reus from a decent cross in from Ethan Laird, and then they get a reply straight away, Crystal Palace, with a decent effort and a simple enough through ball, and then we get a penalty just before half-time, which Marco Reus again converts, making it 2-1. So just a little bit more composure here in this second half, and we should be able to see out another 3 points, but we might get a chance to get a third here with Eden Hazard on the far side trying to get a cross in, and he just can't get it past the full-back, and it looks like Crystal Palace will clear it away here. Crystal Palace have themselves a corner here, guys, trying to put pressure on our goal to get back in this game. They've already done it once, and I don't want to tempt fate and let them do it again. It's a decent cross in. Can Malang Sarr get there with a decent header? He can. He tried the overhead kick, and that's wide of the target. David Carmore try and clear this away towards Kolasinac. Here's Eden Hazard dropping in to try and give us some support here, and here's Matt O'Reilly. Let's see if we can get this ball out wide again here. I've got Marco Reus in support. Here's Hernandez, and should have found his feet there, and Hernandez thought the ball was going to come to him instead of going to the ball. David Carmore with some excellent defending there to get back. Here's Eden Hazard again. Let's see if we can get through the Crystal Palace back line this time. Decent ball round the corner towards Kolasinac, and we have a couple of players in the box here, and Kolasinac is tackled out of it, and it's out for a throw on the far side. We are pushing for a third here. We've got some decent possession. We've just got to make it count. Kirk Wilson down towards Eden Hazard. Here's Marco Reus. Eden Hazard again. Let's see if we can get a shot away with Eden Hazard, and so close to a top corner bag there, only inches wide. Making 3 changes here, guys. Eden Hazard, Matt O'Reilly and Maitland-Niles coming off, and I've put Sinclair, Best and Winter on. So you guys wanted to see the Youth Academy players. I'm putting them in, and let's see if they can help us see out this win against Crystal Palace. They have possession here, and they are coming at our goal. They have got 1 goal back in this game, and I don't want to let them back into the game with another goal, but they've got possession at the edge of our box. We just need to stand defensively strong here. David Carmore trying to get in and pinch the ball. It's a decent pass in. They've got players in and around our box. We've just got to be careful for these slide draw passes like that one, and that is a really good tackle there, and we've given away a penalty. Ethan Laird got the tackle in, and I think it's just bounced up off the tackle and hit his arm. Let's have a quick look here. He gets a great block in, and it's bounced up and hit his elbow. That is a really, really harsh penalty, and it's 86 minutes. If Crystal Palace score this penalty, it could be a draw here away at Crystal Palace. I think he's going to go left. He doesn't. He goes right, and they are back in it at 2-2. We get in front 1-0. They come back 1-1. We get in front 2-1 with a penalty, and then they've got a penalty to make it 2-2. I will play it out for you here, guys, to see if we can get back in front before the end. Can the Youth Academy players put something together and see if they can try and win this game for us? Here goes Winter. Here goes Kirk Wilson in towards Best. I'm trying to get Kirk Wilson inside there, Best with a decent slide draw pass, but I couldn't getting in, and there's 3 minutes added on not long before the end of this game. Can we try and get it forward one more time? Here's Winter forward towards Hernandez, Kirk Wilson in towards Best, Sinclair on the overlap. Here's Sinclair if he can get a good cross into the box towards Hernandez, which he did. Winter at the edge of the box gets it to Kirk Wilson if he can get the shot away, but it's blocked, and that looks like it's going to be and is a draw away at Crystal Palace. Back at the menu then, guys, and as you can tell here, they get a late equaliser to get a draw and get a point out of us there, Crystal Palace. Not the worst thing in the world, as we have got a gap at the top of the table, but what gets me is we said about the performances and we needed to continue the performances, and conceding 2 goals in that game, I hope this is not the start of a downward spiral. So let's quickly move on to the next game, and as you can see here, we have, I think it's an FA Cup game against Leicester, so I will simulate that, guys, and then we'll move on to the last played game of the episode away at Watford. Team swapped around then, guys. FA Cup against Leicester. I've gone Patrick Roberts on the left hand side, Fernandez on the right hand side, Kirk Wilson up top. I've gone Dominguez and O'Reilly in midfield. I've gone Amadou sitting. I've gone Kolasinac, Malang Sarr, David Carmo, Ethan Laird and Acosta in goal. It should be enough to get a win against Leicester and see us through in the FA Cup. They have 1 or 2 tired legs. I'm hoping that it will be enough. It's not enough. It's a 3-2 loss, and that is us out of the FA Cup. Dominguez getting the first goal, and they get another goal, then miss a penalty, and then they do get another goal with Pepe. Torre gets it to 2-2, and then they score in extra time to see us out of the FA Cup. It's not the worst thing in the world, because we do want to concentrate on the Premier League. So we're out of the FA Cup, but we're still in the Premier League, and we still have the Champions League to play as well. So we'll move on to the third and final game of the episode then, guys. We are against Watford. And was it home or away? I'll just simulate forward while I'm on here with you. It is away against Watford. Third and final game of today's episode, guys. We are away at Watford, and we need to be slightly better than we were in the last game against Crystal Palace, conceding 2 goals. We had that game in our hands and we let it slip through, so I'm hoping we can bounce back here against a team that only just came up at the start of this season, Watford. And I'm hoping for a comfortable win. Tyrone Mings back in the starting lineup, and also in the starting lineup today, guys, I have started Archie Winter, one of the youth academy players that you guys wanted me to bring through. I have given him a start today, and as you can see here, the difference between the 2 clubs is huge. We are at the top end of the table, and they are looking at going straight back down. So if this is not a comfortable win, I don't know what should be. So I'll wait for the lineups, guys, and then we'll get straight into the football. Here we go then, guys, with Watford's lineup. Let's have a quick look if they've got any of the originals still at the club. It looks like they've got a few youth academy players themselves in the starting lineup here, but nobody that I recognise on the field. So I'd like to say we've got the stronger side, and we are at the top of the table. And here's our lineup: Josh Griffiths with Lamptey, Malang Sarr. I've gone Matazo, Mings and Tommy Doyle in the defensive positions. Conor Gallagher and Winter in midfield today. Wilson, Kirk Wilson and Dembele. So we've got a strong team up, and I'm hoping that Archie Winter, one of the new youth academy players, can help us to a comfortable victory. Let's find out. Here's Matazo in midfield, on towards Winter, over towards Dembele on the far side. Here's Kirk Wilson, and see if I can slip this round the corner for Conor Gallagher and have an effort at goal early. It's blocked out, and Watford will bring the ball away. We're trying to press early here against Watford, and he's knocked that out for a throw on the far side, should I say. Here's Elliot Matazo inside towards Conor Gallagher. Dembele with the inside run here to hit it, and there is the first goal of the game. A simple enough ball into the box, and Dembele, as we know, is a deadly finisher, deadly dribbler, and mass pace on him. He just gets in front of his marker and puts that straight in the bottom corner with some decent power. Simple pass into Conor Gallagher, too much space, easy pass into the box, and bang for 1-0. Lamptey picking up the ball, dropping that to Conor Gallagher in towards Dembele, and that's a decent run on the outside there by Tommy Doyle. If I can try and find a decent cross here towards the back post, and Kirk Wilson went up for it, didn't find anything. Archie Winter will win it here, and he's got the ball at the edge of the box. I'm tempted to have a go with him, and it's blocked out, and it falls to Conor Gallagher with some space here, and he whips it towards the far side, and that is 2-0. Archie Winter, the new youth academy player, tried to have a go himself, and it was blocked out, and it opened up really nicely for Conor Gallagher, and with his type of finishing that he's got from the edge of the box, it was just a simple enough ball. You see, they just sat off him here. I thought, why not have a go? And he puts that straight in the top corner for 2-0. Watford bringing the ball forward here and having a bit of a go at our back line here. Decent pass in behind, and just need to make sure we don't allow Watford to get back in it before half time, because half time is looming. That's a really good tackle by Malang Sarr. We get it forward with Matazor here, and Archie Winter is completely free in the middle, and a slide draw pass for Kirk Wilson, who should make it 3 straight off the goalkeeper. Can Conor Gallagher bring it down here for Archie Winter? Decent ball over the top looking for Harry Wilson. There's 1 minute added on before half time, and we can't find a red shirt, and there goes the half time whistle. Into the second half we go then, guys, and a decent first half performance. We go forward, we get a couple of goals, we've also defended well, and we've kept some decent possession in midfield as well, which in this stage of the season really does count. Ball lofted forward, that's a really good header down by Matazor in that defensive position, and that is a lovely slide draw pass towards Harry Wilson here, trying to create something on the far side. If I can just slip it in the box here to Dembele, he got a decent effort away, but it was blocked. Ball back to Conor Gallagher. Here's Dembele, one more round the corner to Archie Winter, and he will get his first senior goal. Archie Winter, the new youth academy player that you guys have requested to bring forward, gets himself his first senior goal away at Watford. Really good finish from that far out. Simple ball around the corner, and what a strike that is on his left foot. Very good strike. Archie Winter, at your guys' request, was brought through to the senior team. He just gets his first senior goal. There's Tyrone Mings, just try and use Winter again here through the middle. Here's Matazor looking for Harry Wilson. It does find him eventually off a ricochet though. Try and get this over the top for Lamptey, who's continued his run here. Look for the ball towards the back post, and it's cleared away by Watford. Not long until the end of the game here now, guys. 87 minutes gone, and I'll just play it out for you here and see if we can get another goal before the end. We should have had 4 or 5, to be honest, in this game, and the ball will come across, and there's Josh Griffiths to pick it out the air. Let's throw this out towards Harry Wilson. Here's Conor Gallagher. Use Harry Wilson again here, and use Harry Wilson's pace. Conor Gallagher try and get him through the middle there. It's not quite worked out. 2 minutes added on, and it's looking like a comfortable win here away at Watford. We expected nonetheless, really, and there goes the final whistle. Press conference after the game then, guys. Away at Watford, 3-0, comfortable victory, and we are looking very healthy for the Premier League title. We'll have a look at the points when we get back to the menu, but as you can see here, Archie Winter getting his first senior goal. So they're asking about this here. Archie Winter had a real impact today. We promote. I will certainly use our youth academy players all day long, but my opinion, Archie Winter was the man of the match. He ran the midfield, he got himself a goal, he was brilliant. So man of the match from me goes to Winter today. It was remarkable. We're not giving any, well, I'll just say we're getting stronger and stronger, because as you guys know through the episodes, we have just been stronger and stronger this season, and we need to make sure for the rest of the season we have a positive impact. Especially, we're going to have some hard games coming up in the next few episodes. Why do you think Watford were never a match to you? We dominated the game, pure and simple. Dominated possession, dominated the chances, defended well, and even our youth academy players were scoring. So, can't really say anything more than we dominated the game, but that will bring today's episode to a close, guys. So in the next episode, as you can see here, we have got a mountain to climb going away to Inter Milan, and we are technically a goal down on aggregate. So do let me know your thoughts on that. Do you want me to play it? I obviously want to play it, but leave me your opinion and let me know. Let's just check what's going on here. Yeah, brilliant. And I would imagine that's probably Archie Winter. It certainly is. Gaff, I just wanted to say thank you very much. Outstanding, son. Can't say anything more. You were brilliant in that game. Got your first senior goal. We want to see more. But yeah, leave me your opinion, guys. We'll have a quick look for the next episode and see what we're up against. So I'm tempted to obviously play the Inter Milan game because obviously we lost the first leg. So to try and get through, I will probably play that one, and then obviously West Bromwich Albion and Newcastle, and then probably the simulated game, which we won't do. I'll definitely play Manchester United being the bigger game, so I will probably simulate the West Bromwich Albion game, but do leave me a comment underneath and let me know. So those are the games in the next one: United, Newcastle and West Brom, and possibly the Inter Milan game. So do let me know, guys, and we will take a quick look before we go at the Premier League standings and see where that leaves us after today. We did draw against Crystal Palace, but we got a win in the other two games. So as we stand, 27 games played, we've won 19, we've drawn 5, we've lost 3, we sit on 62 points at the top of the table. Manchester City in second on 55. We are looking very, very likely to win the Premier League with that kind of a gap. As you can see, City and Chelsea have both drawn 10 games each, whereas we haven't. We've only drawn 5 and we've won the rest. So where we were struggling last season with all the draws that we had last season, we're turning them into wins. So like I said, guys, leave me a comment as always. Drop me a thumbs up on your way out. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next episode. It's been Daniel as 1989. Love you, bye.